Guys, my name is FPSCrowbar, and welcome to my new channel. This is my first upload, and the gameplay you were looking at is a 22-3 search and rescue game on the map Tremor, and it is also, if you notice, it is knife only. For those of you, obviously, that came from my old channel, you know that I used to be knife only 100% all the time, and there will be still some knife only content on this channel. However, I'm not trying to back myself into a corner and force myself to only make one type of video. So I am trying to, keep the gameplay sporadic and do different things, play different games, just try and keep the content from getting stale and make sure that everything stays interesting. I know a lot of you guys know about me just from past videos, but I wanted to do a little bit of an introduction. My name is Alex, and I'm 19 years old. I'm a college student. I'm a fire science major. I want to be a firefighter when I graduate. I really like off-roading and fitness and surfing and obviously video games. And obviously there's more to me than my college major and a few of my interests, but I'm just trying to keep it brief. It's really bizarre. As a commentator, you get used to this, and the mic kind of becomes like, it's not a weird thing to be sitting here talking to yourself in your room, just kind of rambling on about stuff that, it's kind of bizarre to talk to yourself about, but you get used to it, and for being my first video in a while, it's a strange experience, and it's kind of awkward, but that all passes with time. And another thing I'd like to note, it is just hot as shit in my room right now. I turned off all my fans, which I normally have like 6 or 7 fans going, because I have a good amount of electronics running in my room, so that, electronics kind of tend to bring the heat up in a space. If you notice that if you sit a laptop on your lap, obviously, as it's intended, and sometimes burn your leg or stuff like that. But it is hot as shit, and I turned them all off for audio quality, so you're all welcome. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about, what made me decide to come back to the whole YouTube scene, and what made me want to start making videos again. And really, it was just, I was going through my room, and I noticed my my PVR on my PS3 sitting there, and saw my old microphone and all that, and I was like, I really did enjoy that. I miss interacting with my subscribers, and I miss making content, and it was really a way for me to express myself without, because I'm really not an expressive person, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't talk to my friends about my problems or anything like that. Not that I talk to you guys about my problems, but it's just like, it's an outlet for me that I can just like get stuff off my shoulders, and it's fun. And so I decided, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna get all my stuff together. I'm gonna start a channel, get all my graphics and my Twitter and Facebook and everything set up before I start. I'm going to do it the right way and network and really try and make this channel successful. And so I've been working on that for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And I sit down today and I'm ready to start making videos. And guess what? My PlayStation broke last night, apparently. It no longer connects to the internet. I contacted PlayStation support. I tried setting up a static IP. I tried completely resetting the PlayStation to default standards. And guess what? I was on the phone with PlayStation support for like 4 hours and nothing worked. So, I'm going this afternoon to buy a new PlayStation, and it is Friday. And, well, I'm buying a used PlayStation off Craigslist. So here's to hoping that I don't get shot, raped, murdered. That would be really put a damper on how well my channel turns out, because, it's hard to make channels if you're dead. So I'm not actually going to start uploading this video until after I've actually bought the PS3 and I've got it, in my possession and set up with my PVR and all of that stuff, because I don't want to get into myself in a situation I'm like, alright guys, really going to crack down, really going to pump out content, really going to make sure that I put my 100% into this, and then not upload for 5 days because the guy was trying to sell me a broken PS3 and I can't find another one within my price range, which would suck. So, as of seeing this, I have, bought the PS3, and if you are seeing this, I am not dead, so, that's really great, and, if you don't see this video, you'll never know, but I'm probably dead, so that's, there's that, there's always that. And also, as a quick little side note, this video will be sped up in parts, and my the parts where I'm dead will be fast forwarded and things of that nature, because it was a long video, like, in its raw form, it was a little over 14 or 15 minutes long, and I actually recorded this video almost a year ago. Not the commentary, but the gameplay itself. I recorded it in November, right after Call of Duty Ghosts came out. I was so hyped. I was like, yeah, really this video is gonna be my breakthrough. Everybody's gonna be like, damn, that guy's good. And then I didn't upload it, which was probably a poor move on my part. But hindsight is 20/20, and nothing I can do about it now besides upload it. So, last night I sat down and I ordered a bunch of audio equipment off of Amazon, so whatever audio you're hearing right now is going to improve with the next video, so hopefully there's no audio problems and eventually it just gets even better. But I ordered a pop filter and a windscreen and a nice microphone mount, so I don't have to just sit my microphone on a can of, not a can, a red Solo cup. And then I'm using a book cover in with a clothes hanger as a pop filter. So it works, but it's a pretty ghetto rig setup, and it looks terrible on my desk. So that's one of the other reasons, is because I don't want it to look bad. But as for when new videos will be, there will be new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I don't have a specific time in those days per se that the videos will be going up, but that they'll be guaranteed videos those days. There might be some extra days thrown in, but you're guaranteed 3 videos a week. And that's just an easy way for me to hold myself accountable, and an easy way for you guys to be like, oh, okay, it's Monday, Alex is gonna post a new video, and you know, same deal, obviously, with Wednesday and Friday. Crazy how things repeat like that if you put them on a schedule. Like, the same days happen every week, and, you know, it's really consistent. But enough of the boring shit, and I feel like I should probably give you guys the explanation behind my name. Now, I'm a big airsoft player. I'm really into that. I have a group of guys that I play with, and actually, almost 2 years ago now, we were getting ready to play, and a lot of airsoft teams take themselves very seriously, which is not to say that they shouldn't. A lot of these guys, they put a lot of time, effort, and money into this game, or sport, depending on how you look at it. But a lot of the guys, you know, all their nicknames are like, oh, I'm, you know, Sandman, or I'm Iceman, or, you know, we're Delta, stuff like that. So we decided we wanted to make our little group be a little bit different, and so we named ourselves the Poon Platoon because it was slightly less vulgar than the Pussy Patrol, and it was something that we could actually yell out during games without getting in trouble with the field operators. And we decided to give ourselves all fake redneck nicknames, and my one friend at the time, he was in the process of making French fries, so we decided to call him Tater. And my other buddy, we decided to call him Cotton because it was the material of the shirt that he was wearing, which I know there's absolutely no reason for that name, because pretty much a lot of shirts are made out of cotton. You know, if you didn't know that, you probably should. But they would look to me and they couldn't figure out what to name me, because you're not allowed to name yourself. You're not allowed to give yourself a nickname, because otherwise you end up with, you know, just stupid nicknames. But so they were trying to figure out what to call me, and we were watching a TV show about moonshiners, and as it came over across the TV, they were talking about a famous moonshiner named Crowbar Jones, or whatever his name was, and they're like, alright, you're Crowbar. So that translated over into airsoft, and it just kind of became a joke, and I decided, you know, I may as well make it my YouTube name, because it's not something that I'm not going to be able to make a channel about, and it doesn't have any X's, like no XX, only the Blade XX, which is one of my old channels, and it doesn't have any numbers in the name, and it's just going to be simple, something easy to remember, and it's short. So that is how that came about, and I will be sticking to it, and it's especially easy because I can make my PlayStation name, my Twitter name, and everything the same as my YouTube name, because it had my old YouTube name. I decided to go with one that had YouTube in it, and you can't have YouTube in your YouTube name, ironically. So that made things a little bit difficult as far as branding goes, and it also made for a long name, which was YouTube Knifing, which it really wasn't that long, but it screws up kill feeds when you get past a certain amount of, not that I was hitting kill feeds. I make it sound like that was a regular occurrence for me. I'm terrible at Call of Duty, really. Well, I shouldn't say I'm terrible. I'm not horrible. I can do pretty decently, but there's definitely it's a learning curve. It was a learning curve before I decided to make my channel again, because I was trying to learn how to use guns again, which if you get good at something in Call of Duty, you kind of tend to stick with it. That's why you see a lot of guys, they stick with their snipers or whatever. But imagine, put yourself in my shoes here, take yourself completely out of guns. Alright? I had a knife, and a throwing knife, and a smoke grenade, and that's pretty much it. And so my aim, to say the least, was absolutely horrendous, and I ended up looking like a complete idiot. And I had, you know, I'm logging into one of my old accounts, and I'm like 4th prestige in Modern Warfare 2, which I know is not a great accomplishment. It was Modern Warfare 2, but anyways, so I'm logging into my old account, and I'm like, alright, I got this, I can do this. Log in, start playing, and I was going like 2 and 4 in Search and Destroy, and then I slowly, you know, it took a few days, but I've got myself to the point where it's not abysmal to watch. It's not like, if any of you guys remember this, it's not like watching an old Junkyard 123 video where he just had absolutely no idea what was going on. But I think that is going to be pretty much the end of the video. The main purpose of this was just to be like, hey guys, I'm back. So more videos to come, obviously, with my normal stupid storytelling rant style commentary as opposed to a more structured style like this one, so it'll definitely flow more naturally. But this has been FPS Crowbar. I almost said YouTube knifing there, but then, you know, bringing it to attention kind of ruins the whole point of not saying it. Anyways, this has been FPS Crowbar. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and if you're happy that I'm back and you want to see more from me, go ahead and click subscribe. New videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and peace out, everybody.